Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Monday, October 25th. Before I jump into the charts, once again, please click like and or subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Please click subscribe. It will provide you a notification each and every time a new daily SPY report is ready for your viewing. I put these out each and every trading day, and they usually come out later afternoon for the following day. And in terms of the other market videos, the DIA, the Triple Q, and even the IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, I will be putting out a weekly video this week for all three in one video. So it'll be, sort of basic, broad brushstroke, week by week levels that we can use this week for all three of those markets, that you can use this week for all three markets. It will not be day to day like the SPY. And I do think that as we move further into November, at least one, probably a couple of those, I'm thinking the DIA and the Triple Q will be day to day, will become day to day like the daily SPY report. So it'll be the daily DIA report, the daily Triple Q report. I'm not quite sure of the timing on that. I'll definitely keep you apprised as to when that will be happening. And I'll give you advance notice as well. Let's move on to the charts. Once again, big picture. This is the long-term trend, a long-term support, 416.87, as defined by that long-term trend line, well above the market at 468.67. That trend line did capture the September highs, which were the all-time highs until last Friday when we took it out by about, I think 60 cents, 62 cents, or 62 ticks, 62 100ths of a point, however you want to express that. And so about a week and a couple of days ago, we did settle above the upper 430s line studies, a combination channel top and descending two-thirds speed line, which at that point in time indicated for me bullish continuation on a 3 to 5 week basis, anticipating the next significant resistance at 468.67. So we're a little over a week into this buy signal, and we've already rallied about halfway or more to our objective. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to keep pushing on as we have over the last week. We're definitely being challenged by this high at 454.05. And if you're just looking at the 1 to 2 to 3 week time frame, let's just call it the 2 to 3 week time frame, this 454.05 can still contain weekly buying pressures until we close above it. Then we're likely to test that 468.67 within a couple of weeks. But holding below 454.05, there's no clear indication of it. It is pretty stair-step on the way down right now, and I'll give you those levels in just a moment. But just know that if we're looking at the picture through this week and into next, that this market can fall back into the upper 430s, perhaps, over the next week or two. And that's a real possibility just because of the former high status of 454.05, the potential and the tendency even for the SPY to honor old highs and lows, at least initially, as it has been the last couple of days. So we could fall back from here. There's no indication of that. Let's take a look at today's support at 451.28. That is that former rising channel top we settled above 4 trading days ago. It is day support. It's a little higher than last Friday's low of 451.05. If we break 451.28, this formation, especially if we open today below 451.28, you should allow 445.05 by the closing bell. And that formation can contain at least daily, and I think quite possibly weekly selling pressures. From there, we could rally back up to the 454.05 highs within 3 to 5 days. And that really is sort of still the 3 to 5 day time frame. I can describe for you right now the daily framework, which is 451.28 support and 454.05 resistance. We could trade inside that for the better part of the day. But if we break or open, as I say, below 451.28, I wouldn't be surprised to see 445.05 by the closing bell. And that is a level that can contain selling into later week. And that is the base of our 3 to 5 day time frame. So holding below 454.05 does allow 445.05 over the next 3 to 5 days, where we could bottom out through the balance of the week. And then, of course, if we break 445.05, then the upper 430s, as I mentioned, the top of this, in reach within just a few more days. That upper 430s, 438.19 to 42, still well equipped to contain selling into later November. And once tested, we can recover and push on beyond this 454.05 area within a matter of a few weeks. If we were to close below 438.19, then yeah, the 416.87 long-term support becomes a 2 to 3 week target. But we are a long way from that. This market remains constructive for the day above 451.28. We should continue attacking, if you will, the 454.05 former high. And we are ultimately expecting a violation of 454.05, still maintaining a 468.67 3 to 5 week target. So if we push or open today above 454.05, and I did say it last week, it did not play out. We pushed just above the 454.05 area and then fell back. And this can happen, and it could happen again today. But I do think that if we did actually push through that 454.05 high, this market could actually reach the 458 and change area, and that is this formation here at 458.08. And that's a former channel bottom. That's all. It's very simply able to contain daily buying pressures. And then assuming we then close above 454.05, as I say, that 468.67 rather, long-term trend line is then just another couple of weeks away. I would think that we would probably reach it by the end of next week. 468.67, able to contain buying through November trade. I think that kind of covers it for the SPY. I'm going to talk about or leave you with the support and resistance levels, and I'll reiterate here that 451.28 day support, above which 454.05 in reach today, still able to contain weekly buying pressures, and below which this market can fall back, perhaps into the upper 430s over the next few weeks. There's no indication of that. The first sign that may actually happen would be breaking or opening today below 451.28, and then the 445.05 level potentially in reach by the end of the day. I will say this: if we do not reach 445.05 by the end of the day, and we close below 451.28 today, then 445.05 is a likely 1 to 3 day downside objective, where once again we can bottom out through the rest of the week. Upside today, pushing or opening above, as I say, above 454.05 does allow that 458.08 former channel bottom, where we can top out for the day. And then, of course, closing today above 454.05 should yield that targeted 468.67 long-term resistance by the end of next week. Once again, please click like, please click subscribe, please tell your friends about it. Please pass the link around the internet, however you might want to do it. Tell everybody about this. I do appreciate the expanding subscription base on YouTube, and we'll keep at it. I will see you tomorrow for the next Daily SPY Report.